Let's start with authentication. Via our API hub, you can get access to 30 plus different EIDs that can be easily integrated into your service to improve your onboarding process as well as recurring logins. My colleague Eric will now show you how to easily this can be set up. Over to you, Eric.
So let's take a look at a demonstration of an authentication. We will be using a protocol called OpenID Connect to do this authentication. The way it works is that we make this authorization URL you see in the middle of the screen, and then we plug that into a browser. So you can imagine an end user going to your website or your app and then pressing a login button. Then they will be redirected to this URL. So let's try it out. I have the exact same URL right here. So let's copy that one and paste it into the browser. What you see now is Signicat's ID provider window. Here you can see the Danish MIT ID, Norwegian bank ID, and Italian SPID, and also Swedish bank ID. So you can decide for yourself if you want them to appear like this, or if you know a person is Norwegian, you might just want to take them directly into Norwegian bank ID and show this window right away. And you can, of course, do that. So let's log in. I'm using a Norwegian bank ID test account right now, and if you're using another EID provider, you can find test information in our developer documentation pages. So this is the final step in the authentication, and then we will be redirected to the URL we set in the authentication page, or in the authentication URL, I mean. So that's it. If you want to try this out for yourself, you can create an account in the Signicat dashboard where you'll get this client ID, and then you just replace this one. And you set your own redirect URL if you want to do that. So what would typically happen is on the back end, you would fetch information about the end user that has just authenticated. So such data as name, personal ID, date of birth, and then you can get a lot more data depending on which EID provider you use. And we also have support for REST API and SAML 2.0 for authentications.